What up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Respectfully the Black Creative. Give it up for the homies.
Yeah.
What's good? What's up, bro?
You
Yeah.
already know.
What's
You
up,
already know.
bros?
What's going on, bros?
What's happening? What's happening, man?
How y'all feeling, man?
Doing great,
man.
bro.
Doing all right.
Good. Are we surviving this cicada epidemic?
Hey, well, thankfully they're not here where I
Oh,
am.
you lucky son of a gun.
Son, I'm
They're not
thankful,
over
son.
there.
They not, son. I'm grateful right now, son.
I thought of it. So is it just a DMV thing? Because I thought it was like a East Coast kind of thing.
I think it is too, but I think it's just like certain parts of like North Carolina or certain parts of the Carolinas, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
But luckily,
I think it goes as far as south, and then it ranged just like on the east side of the U.S.
Okay.
It goes as far as like I think Illinois.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but you know that honestly, I don't think that we had as many cicadas
Bro.
as they was intending. You seen a lot?
Bro, so when they first started making their appearances, I didn't see any and maybe like a week into it, I just seen like a ton of them. And today when I went to the gas station, they were
Yeah,
all over the gas station, bro. I looked
bro,
like a
for real.
crackhead getting my gas,
Son,
bro.
I forgot about it. This.
So I got up out of there as soon as I could. But
Oh man.
yeah,
That's
it was a lot.
crazy. Maybe I just haven't been out, so maybe that's why. To be
And
honest,
they chill when it's like cooler outside.
yeah,
So
I
they
think
come out more when it's hot. Okay.
Yeah.
See, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I don't think they like the rain.
No, the rain or when it's cold. So usually when
Yeah.
it's hot, they're moving around, and the reason why they make that noise is because they're trying to like ward off predators and stuff like that. So
Word.
I thought that was a
Man.
mating
I'm just
Yeah.
gonna enjoy not having to deal with them right now,
Bro.
cause I would not be going outside at all, bro. I
That's
go
how
outside in a full suit, so just so I can
That's how you look
avoid
so crazy at the gas station, bro. I'm like scratching my neck, like, bro.
just trying not to.
They're not as bad as they were like years ago, though.
No, I mean they're not they're harmless, of course, but they're just creepy to me.
They be all over the place. I know what you mean. They just
Yeah.
they was like swarming and stuff. Like as soon as you kick a tree, as soon as the wind blow,
Oh yeah.
they're just like fly.
Yeah, I remember that, but like, I don't know. I heard people be eating them.
Oh yeah, we got people making dishes out of them, making cicada tacos.
It's not good.
I think it's like cicada pasta because they're supposedly like high in protein. So
I thought they miffed that. I didn't know that was for real.
Man, they be saying everything high in
Yeah.
protein, bro.
yeah, yep. But yeah, man. So we got to do our daily mental health check-ins. Devin, how was your week mentally?
It was good, bro. It was good.
Good. Any highs, any lows?
Highs. I mean, basic highs. No broccoli highs and stuff. So. Nah, I had a good high. My grandma treated me to dinner
Okay.
like a couple of days ago. I think like early this week. And bro, I had a lump crab cake, bro. Like it was
Nice.
so lumpy, bro. And you
That
know,
sounds
people,
perfect.
bro, see, exactly. And men don't like nothing lumpy. Nothing except for a crab cake. Like I'm trying to tell you, that joint was choice.
Nah, a
But
good crab cake with some good crab meat in it. Like
yeah, bro,
A1.
crab cake sandwich, bro. That joint was tough. So that was definitely a high. So shout out to grandma's. She recently had a birthday too, so she
Hey,
turned
shout out
80. I
to-
think I told y'all. Yeah.
Hey, shout out to
happy
grandma.
birthday! Shout out to grandma.
And my other grandma, my mom's mom, she just she's having a celebration next week, but she had her birthday yesterday. So
Okay.
it's blessed to have both grandmas, to be honest, because a lot of people still don't have their grandmas, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. That's fact, man.
Cherish them while they're here.
Yeah, shout out to
Absolutely.
grandmas, man. Shout out to grandmas.
Yeah, man. Shout out to grandmas, man.
Sean,
Shout out
what
to all
about you, man?
grandmas out there.
Sean, what about you?
Oh man, hey, shoot, I would honestly say I've been feeling pretty good lately, man. I
Nice.
wouldn't say anything specific has been happening. I just been, I guess, indulging more in my happiness,
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
things that make me happy, spending more time with the wife. And, um, I was able to get some time like last week to take some self-portraits, and I,
Dope.
taking self-portraits is like my thing. I love it. It's kind of like therapy to me, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, they turned out pretty
So
fire too. You posted them.
yeah, I appreciate that, man. I
Yeah,
I,
check
I
those
love
out.
doing them joints, man. So yeah, I would like shoot. So I honestly I would say that I guess you could say it's all been at a high. I haven't had
Yeah.
any lows. Work has kind of been keeping that bringing the high down a little bit,
Mm,
like the work, like the 9 to 5 job. But other than that, things been great, man. I have no complaints, honestly.
bet,
I'm just
bet.
trying to keep feeding that positive energy. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to keep feeding it.
Yeah, that's a must, honestly. Like,
It's hard, yeah, man. It's hard to, especially like because there's gonna be stuff that comes your way that's gonna, try to get into your mood. But yeah, yeah, it's
what
hard.
about you, Adrian? Any ups, any downs?
For every day is an up because I woke up. So
True.
that's a blessing in itself for real.
Thank you, God.
Um, just having that
Facts.
peace and having that grace, to look back and really be like, because that's kind of how I took last week. Well, kind of how I take every week, especially when my workload increases. But
Yeah.
um, yeah, having that peace and having that grace to be like, yo, I'm awake, I'm alive, I'm thankful for everything that I do have. I'm thankful for my health, thankful for my family. You know what I'm saying? Thankful to still, have this point of perspective, on life.
Right.
So that was probably, I guess I'll sum that up as a high.
Okay.
I guess my biggest high was getting over some stuff at work. So
Like finishing some projects or something, or
yeah,
okay.
yeah, and we're about to jump into like six design. Is it six? It's like nine actually. I think it's yeah, it's like six and four.
Mhm.
They're gonna be single family design build projects that we're doing,
Nice.
Hey, that's
and we're
major.
working on
What area?
at least four. This all it's all DC, but it's southeast and northeast.
Okay. And when y'all do the designs, do y'all do like um different style homes? Like I don't know what kind of style, like old English or modern or
Ah, man, I used
cathedral
to
or
I used to be able to. If you would have asked me this maybe about 2 months ago, son, I would have
yeah.
been telling you all the names of the styles of the homes. Can't tell you that right now.
Hey, cause you're
It's
you're
all
searching
gone.
for home.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We was there.
um, we can, but we don't. We stick to like single family,
Okay.
row houses, duplexes, kind of like stuff of that residential nature.
Yeah.
Um, and mostly we get stuff through the government for those houses and stuff like that. So it's
Word.
rehabilitating and renovating or gutting out and doing the whole design build to low income housing areas or places that have been abandoned.
Okay.
So
Got you.
That's
Got you.
dope, man.
Yeah, that's dope,
That's
man.
fire.
Hopefully those projects go well.
Yeah. That sounds very complex.
Yeah. For me, I felt like last week was good. The week before that, I was starting to get a little stressed out by work. But that kind of like breezed over throughout the 4-day weekend,
Word.
and then it kind of hit some highs, which was good. I went on this cool, interesting date. So I don't know if you ever heard about this, but it's called a floral class. And what you do is you make like these floral arrangements. So they give you like these exotic flowers, and they teach you how to make a bouquet, which is pretty cool. Something out of the ordinary, which I thought was cool.
Yeah, that sounds pretty dope.
Do you keep the bouquet afterwards?
Yeah, you get to keep it.
Oh, dope.
Uh, and yeah, it was nice. So
That's
I'm on a good mental high right now.
that's dope, bro. I used
Yeah.
to
Hey,
I used to
keep feeding
part-time
that.
work in floral.
Okay.
It's not, I didn't. I worked at produce at Harris Teeter, but they considered floral to be like an extension of of
Hey, when
of
you work at a grocery
produce.
store, you're expert in everything,
Bro,
bro.
I'm telling
Yeah,
you, bro.
man. Yeah, exactly.
Bro, the
Exactly.
floral desk was always open and empty, bro. Whenever anybody showed up, produce had to go. So I learned how to
I mean,
cut
floral's always in
balloons,
produce, so
do ribbons.
you got they got a point.
Facts.
They don't be trying to pay nobody to be appointed at floral. But like
Yeah,
the
no,
flower just come in, you gotta
That was
fucking do it.
crazy.
yeah. But no, that's appreciate y'all for always, the mental health check-ins.
Yeah,
Important
man.
as usual.
Gotta
That
get
was a
that
cool date
energy.
though. Who came up with that? Just out
Come
of
on,
like,
man.
was that you or her?
Come on, man.
I
Oh,
already
you
know.
came up with that?
You already know, man. You
I
know
just gotta,
my
I gotta ask
Okay.
though. I gotta
my
ask.
my dating game, well, my courtship is I like to say is A1
Mhm.
for me, bro.
Word.
I try to step out the box. Any
That's
chance
what
I
you
Explicit
gotta
get.
brother
do.
right here.
That's what
Nice,
you gotta
nice.
do.
Expect nothing less, bro.
Yeah, man. We creatives. We got to be creative with everything that we do. So,
That's dope.
Facts.
um, but yeah, I guess we're gonna slide into our first topic. Um, Adrian, what you got for us, man?
All right. So lately I've been thinking about okay, so we were talking about our mental highs and lows, right?
Right, right.
Yeah.
So something that helps increase my mental high is trying to get into my flow state of mind.
Okay.
So for people who don't know flow state, I mean, don't know what flow state is,
Right.
it's basically like immersing yourself, in an activity where you have like completely concentration and focus, from distraction, and you're like in your element, you're zoned in, locked in. Um, but there's so many great things that comes from flow state. So like being a creative, uh decision making, working at your 9 to 5, it's like it can be implemented in like anything you do, like prioritizing your time and stuff like that. So that's really just one of those things that helps me uh helps me through, my day to day.
Would you kind of compare that to like being in your zone, like, or like, is that another way to say it, or is the flow state kind of different for you?
Yeah, 'cause I like that. I like that word though. I
Yeah,
like
It's
that
different for
terminology though.
me.
Like I'm
It's
interested.
close.
Like tell me
It's
more.
close.
Like
It's close, but it's
okay.
different.
okay.
Okay, so like when I'm in my zone,
Because when I think of like when you say your flow state, right? Like I'm picturing like Bruce Lee, and he flowing, and I picture like Aang in his avatar state, like they at that point where
That's a
nothing can
good
stop
see,
them.
example.
that's where I say it's different, bro, because you
Okay,
can be in
okay,
your zone, and I feel like those moments are you in your zone.
okay,
You know what I'm
okay.
saying? When you
Word.
active, like you playing sports or martial arts or something like that, in the gym. But your flow state, to me at least, flow state comes out more so when I'm doing something either creative
Mhm.
or I'm doing something that I gotta execute A, B, C, D, E, and then, got a bunch of tasks or something like that, step by step.
Okay.
Something I gotta pay like attention to because it's tedious.
Are you talking about like okay? So you talking about like when you're going? I think I got you. So you mean like when you're flowing? I'm trying not to use the word in the definition because they say that you're not supposed to do that in school. I used to hate
Man,
when
Right.
it's cool,
teachers
man. We
used to say
breaking
that.
rules, bro.
Yeah. But so it's kind of like when you're flowing from so like okay, let's say you got a project, like your building project, for example, and I guess you're flowing from you're at one section of the project and in that section there's maybe like 6 steps and let's say or 6 things that you got to do and you're just flowing from one thing just nonstop, like just consistently, like just completing one after the other. Is that kind of what you mean, or?
Yeah, that's kind of what I mean. But are you talking about, if you're talking about in terms of, most of the time flow state, you can get to flow state when you're by yourself,
Word.
but you can achieve it, but you have to achieve it by being in some type of solace. Like,
Okay.
even like if it's your mind solace, like say you have headphones in,
Yeah.
um, or you have you're in a room by yourself and you
Mm.
don't have any other distractions except for what you're about to do.
Okay.
So
Oh man.
like
Okay.
I'll say like in the creative process. So when I sculpt, um, when I get into my flow state to do like stuff like this, like just give y'all a
Yeah.
little peek, turn
Oh
Come on,
shoot.
you
baby
gotta
right
give us
there.
some more, man.
Oh,
Give us some
man,
more.
just
It's
flex real
coming, man.
quick.
It's
Hey,
coming,
hey,
man.
that joint is fire, bro. That
It's
joint
coming,
is-
man. It's coming.
okay, okay. So when
Um,
you say you sculpt, like you hand did that joint,
yeah, that's hand. That's
my
hand. That's
guy.
It's not.
I,
It's
I, I know
hand and
you're not. I know
tools.
you're not using
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the
We
rocket.
He's
we ain't, I ain't caressing it.
Mikael
You know.
Angelo. Like,
Yeah. No,
That's dope, though,
it's
bro.
tools.
That's fire, bro.
Yeah.
That's fire,
So
man.
like using a heat gun to
mm,
mold the clay, to warm the clay up.
Yeah.
Sculpting with the tools. They got all different shapes and picks and you know.
so
But
I
yeah,
guess for pertaining to us, like me and Rashawn, when we edit pictures, like we have our own process of editing. Um, so say if I did a shoot, right? I know how I want to shoot the feel. I know how I want the images to look, like as far as the color scheme. If I want to throw in any graphic design, there's a whole like a process. It's kind of like sculpting in a sense. Like we're sculpting our final images.
yeah.
So during that process, we're listening to music, and once we get that first image per se done, then that's when like okay, we see the vision. Now we just start knocking all over, flowing through it, kind of like
Man,
And
man.
it's
You
like
hit
what
you hit
Rashawn
it
said
spot
though.
on, bro.
It's going from task to task,
yeah, yeah,
but it's just it's having that mindfulness and that zoned in feeling that you sometimes get when you're meditating.
How do
You
you,
have that
man?
mental clarity that
mm,
you know what you're gonna do next, either because you already wrote it down or because it's like it's already all the distractions have been cut out and it's already been like thought through strategically, like in your head. It's just boom, 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 boom.
right, right.
So what would you say would be like? Because I'm not gonna lie, I struggle with that getting to the flow state heavily, especially when it comes to I'm pretty sure you're probably better at it than me, but when it comes to setting up like a photo shoot or something like that, I'll get especially if it's one I'm doing myself, I'll
Mm,
get like I'll have my steps laid out, but I'll get like to maybe I'll get through step 1 and 2. Like for example, I'll know my location,
mm-hmm,
I'll have my equipment. But my third step which would be like, for example, my angles. I don't know what angles I want to get. I would get stuck there and that would like disrupt my flow. You know what I'm saying?
But don't you
So
don't you gotta do lighting? You gotta do lighting to find your angles.
yeah,
Or
yeah. I mean, that's not. I'm just using this as an example.
uh
I'm not saying this was my exact process, but I'm just saying
oh
this is
okay.
kind. I do get stuck sometimes, like when I am setting up my shoots
mm-hmm,
for myself, and I'll get there'll be for each different project or each different idea, there'll sometimes be a different step that I get stuck on. So my question to you, Adrian, is what would you think or what advice would you give to somebody like me who gets stuck at like certain steps when they're trying to get into that flow state? What would you say?
So I guess I gotta ask you a question first to
Okay.
get some clarity. So you saying that basically you get stuck at a point in your flow state,
Yeah.
so you kind of drop out
Yeah. So what advice would you give to somebody like who
to
drops
get
out,
back.
who to get back in the flow of it?
Okay, my question. I'm sorry, I gotta keep asking questions,
so
bro.
Go
so
for it, man.
What
oh, I was gonna
what's
say
up, Tom?
for me, So what helps me a lot is preparation. Preparation from start to finish, right? So
Word.
when I do photo shoots, I have concept briefs, right? So concept briefs are your inspiration. It has time, date, location. Um, it has the theme. It has all the information on there, right? So you have a basic idea of what look or what point you're trying to get across. So this helps cut it cuts down a lot of creative block. Um,
Word.
and it
Yeah.
cuts down a lot of just it cuts down a lot of that dropping out of your flow state, so you can keep going even if you like, okay, I'm tired, my brain can't really work. At least you still have an example of what you want to go for.
It
So
kind
I
of
would say,
negates the other thoughts, right?
yeah, so I would say like a good concept brief in terms, well, I guess in terms of anything really, because you can have a concept brief for like or a mood board for anything.
Right. So you would basically say like good, great preparation, or like a pre, not a meeting, but like, yeah, like you said, a concept brief. I
Yeah,
get what you're saying.
preparation from start to finish. Like, don't even do it halfway. Like,
Facts.
it doesn't give you any room to be like, oh, I don't know, I'm stuck. I started, but I'm stuck. I can't finish. You know.
Yeah,
That's
Adrian.
definitely a good one.
Adrian, preparation is what? Key, man.
There you go.
Preparation is key.
Preparation
But
is
But
I
yeah,
key.
that's my little 2 cents.
I think I understand what Rashawn is saying. Like for me, when it comes to like locking into certain things, like for music, right? If I'm sitting down and I'm trying to work on an instrumental, right? I'm playing around with some beats. Once I get into it, like I already kind of know the instruments and the sound I hear, then I can achieve a flow state, but I could get distracted by trying to like do certain things.
Mm.
Now that's some good advice. I don't know if I would have gave the exact same thing right there. Um, but I was gonna tell him something similar. So like making a checklist or making a task list. So in the
Mm-hmm.
form of preparation, like you know the things you're trying to hit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That helps a
Facts.
lot. But I was gonna ask you what makes you fall out? Like, is it like the lack of inspiration? Are
Um,
you talking about editing videos or just like um
it well, it it's kind of hard. Well, I would say for me, mostly it would be like when I'm planning my own shoot. I don't know if I would say it's definitely not a lack of inspiration, because that's where I get my ideas from. That's really, like, for me, that's the first step for me.
Do
But
you
it'll just be at different times.
do you go into planning into execution, or you like does that immediately follow? Like, do you set up your camera and it's like, okay, what do I want to do, or do you like,
Nah, I
okay,
actually
okay,
do
okay,
all my planning and figure out where and how I'm going to do it, and it's time and all that stuff.
okay.
It's hard. Sometimes it's hard to find like time though, because life and job and stuff. I think that's kind of also what kind of gets in the way too, is finding time to being able to do some of the shoots, because got family, got a job, so it's like also gotta be able to manage time. I guess, hey, that's another bullet point right there, time management.
Oh
I
man.
guess,
Yeah.
which is a beast. That's a whole different beast.
Yeah.
but I was gonna ask you guys how you guys tap into y'all flow state.
Um.
Um,
Tapping that to that zone, you know?
exactly what you said. Well, I heard you mention it in the beginning when you were like, you were said you remove like distractions, things around you that could distract you. For me, I do that, and then I have a playlist. I have a playlist for everything, first of all, but I
Mm.
have a
I'm the
specific
same way, bro.
playlist. Yeah, man, I have a specific playlist for like, um, when I'm in my zone. like where I'm focused, and it's just specific sounds, which is kind of going to lead into my topic. But um, yeah, that I use that playlist. I use music to help me get into that state, and that works for me. What about you guys?
Go
So
ahead,
what I
Devin.
do is
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I close whatever room I'm in, close the door, turn off. Most of the time, don't need a TV on. Unless you like playing a movie and it's like on mute or something, or maybe it's inspiring to whatever you're doing.
Hmm.
Um, but when it comes to like sculpting and stuff, uh, mostly put earphones in, play that playlist like Rashawn said. Put my phone on airplane mode, get rid of the distractions. That frees the mind because it lets you know that nothing is going to come your way that you're going to be able to see unless you get notifications like on your laptop or something if you're
Right.
using it.
Right.
Um, so I do that and the playlist, phone on airplane mode, uh, Pinterest or pin interest, however it's
Yeah, it's
pronounced.
Pinterest. It's Pinterest.
Pinterest.
So
I
again, like
said pin
just
interest.
referring back to the mood board. So you use Pinterest for your mood board, right?
You said for your mood board?
Yeah, it's like Pinterest. You use Pinterest for your mood board.
Oh no, I use. Oh, you talking about for Adrian or?
Yeah, for Adrian.
Oh, okay.
I use Pinterest for everything,
Okay.
but yeah, for
I
my
need
mood
to
board,
use
depending
it
on
more,
the
but
job that I'm doing.
Okay.
So I got Pinterest for artwork. I got Pinterest for Pinterest for architecture, Pinterest for construction, Pinterest for like color palettes, Pinterest for like furniture, Pinterest for places and locations, like all types of stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Devin, what about you? How do you get into your flow?
Um, I think pretty much the same. Like most of the time, uh, most of the time it's through music. Like I just get into it. Um, I don't really know how to stay into the flow state, is what I was agreeing with Rashawn. So
yeah. So what would you? Yeah. So all right. So boom, Adrian, boom. So what would you say to a
Already.
person like Devin? Like, how do you keep track, like in the flow state? Like, how you
So
stay in there?
I would say, bro, it's a long distance race. It's a marathon.
Okay. Okay.
So you're gonna have to you let's back this up. You're gonna have to sprint your way there. But these sprints is so you're increasing your endurance. So you will get to the marathon because you're trying to be at the marathon, but you're not at the marathon yet. So you got to run your sprints. You got to get your endurance up. You got to train your body to be able to move it, to have that capacity. It's like time blocking. You can't time block forever. So you time block for like 30 minutes. You time block for maybe like an hour, and then you cut it there. So your mind can, do something else, and then you might be able to come back to it. You may not be able to come back to it that day, but I think like that would be my best approach. That works for me too. So
Yeah. I feel like
yeah,
if say
you
if you
gotta
Uh,
do
kind of
fall
build
out of
that
that
muscle.
and you do get distracted and you know you're getting distracted, and just step away. Like
so all right. So okay. Because sometimes I get worried. So if you don't, so let me ask you this. So if you do decide to come back to it like the next day,
mm-hmm.
are you stepping out of your flow state just because you're not coming right back to it? You're not coming back to it till tomorrow? Or do you like, are you resuming your flow state when you come back to it?
For me, um, so me personally, I don't think it's stepping out of your flow state. I think it's just taking a mental break, right? Like
Yeah,
Word.
even production, like TV production or movie production, they all have to stop at some point. Like you just can't keep going.
Absolutely.
Um, so
Absolutely.
you need to
Exactly.
take a break for yourself because if you're gonna you can't force it really. If you're gonna force it, your project that you're working on might not come out the way you envisioned it. You know.
Yeah, I hear
Preach, bro.
that.
Preach.
Yeah,
Why you
man.
think that my
Oh.
pro one of these projects is still
Yeah.
on the shelf? You know, because I've taken 1,000 pauses and I've been like, you know what? I'm not gonna mess this up today.
Yeah. So you kind of have
It,
to
it'd be
like
like that.
you got to run yourself like a production. Like,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, we're gonna stop, but we have to keep going tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Exactly. Hey, nah, that's a good point. That's a good point right there, man.
Um,
So look, so we were. I know we were just talking about, you know, a lot of you guys said that you know music helps you get into your flow state, which is good, or it contributes some type of way anyway. So let me ask you guys who is well. First, let me say who is your favorite artist right now, like that you listen to. Doesn't it could be a singer, rapper, it can be it can be a violinist. It could be I don't know an opera singer. Who is your favorite artist right now? Who would you say your favorite artist is?
um, for me, let me hold on, let me look at. I don't know. I've been listening to a lot of R&B lately. R&B and oldies, of course.
I've been listening
Word.
to some oldies,
Yeah, for some reason I'm on this like
90s,
Stevie
2000s
Wonder
music.
hook right now.
Oh
Oh,
man, you
you
taking it way back,
heard of
boy.
the
You on
man?
the
Yeah, man. Cause Stevie, he puts you in a good mood. You know.
Yeah.
true man. You be hanging with the OGs, boy.
You feel me? Um,
Right,
So,
bro.
yeah,
yeah.
I've been listening to a lot of Stevie Wonder lately. So Stevie Wonder is not my favorite artist of all time, but it's just the kick I'm on now. So that's just
All
me.
right, so you would say like right now, Stevie Wonder's like kind of like your favorite artist, just for like right now, you would say
Yeah,
that.
I would say right now in this time period.
Who? What about you guys? What would you guys say, or who would you guys
That's
say?
a tough question.
It
Um,
is. It is a very all right. So if you could name, all right. So if you can name three, your three. Let's start over. Tone, your three artists that your top three artists that you listening to right now.
Oh, right now. Okay, so I always go back to Kid Cudi, of course, or
Yeah.
Cudi. Um, and then I think I would put up. It's always a toss up because I always go back to Kanye as well. Um, these two artists are like the epitome of creativity as far as music.
Yeah, no
Mm-hmm.
doubt, no doubt, no doubt.
Um,
Facts.
and then I'll just put Stevie Wonder in that those three if we're going favorite three at the moment.
Okay.
For me, okay, so I haven't been doing my due diligence, you know. It's like I haven't been an active listener, like trying to like listen to certain people or
Yeah.
um certain like albums or so, you know, anything like that. So uh right now, this is just right now, no disrespect, you know, I got love for many artists, bro. Like this is like right now, that's not a
It's
top three of any,
exactly.
you
Yeah,
know
we
what I'm
gotta
saying,
put out that
disclaimer,
disclaimer. Yeah,
like
exactly. Got to.
I would say Masego,
Oh yeah.
um
Fire.
Pooh Shiesty. I don't know. I just
Okay.
been feeling real shiesty too. Like, you know, he just
Okay.
Spicy
Okay.
season.
Feeling real shiesty.
big brr. Yo, that joke killing me. Um and Smino. Does y'all know Smino?
Yeah, Spino's dope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's Chance Boy. Yeah.
Yeah. I've been rocking with Smino for a little bit now. Yeah, I like his sound. But yeah. That's just like right now though.
Who? What about you, Adrian? Who would you say your top three that you listen to right now?
Joyner Lucas. You know, I got played a little baby.
Okay.
Um, top three I've been listening to. I always kind of go back to like Sir or Rex Life Raj.
Mm. I think you
Nice.
told
They
me
always
about
put me in a good
Rex.
mood.
Yeah.
Was
Be listening
Rex
to them.
on Tyler's album? Was that the same dude that was on Tyler's album? Last
Mm,
album? The Flower
I didn't
Boy
listen to
joint?
the whole album, so couldn't tell you.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Possibly. Never been
No,
dope.
Rex could flow. Y'all put me on to him.
If I had to say my top three will probably be Lou Phelps. I don't know if y'all know Lou Phelps. That's Kate Trinata's brother.
Okay.
Word?
Yeah, so he raps too. They make music together sometimes. So I would say Lou Phelps. Then I would say K Tronada,
Okay.
and then I've been listening to a lot of dang, I want to say, I know a lot of people would be like, "What? No Lupe Fiasco, Rashawn?" Nah. I listen to Lupe, but I would say Bone Thugs and Harmony,
I mean, it
man.
had to be old Lupe because Lupe ain't making no music now.
Yeah, nah, he been making joints, but we will get to that
Oh,
later. But yeah, he
you know
been
what? I meant to say Jay-Z. Been bumping a lot of Jay lately.
you been bumping some Jay. Nice. You
Yeah,
can't go
like the
wrong with
Blueprint,
Jay.
Black Album.
Yeah, I feel like I like Jay's mindset. You can never go wrong with Jay. Good Jay.
Didn't Lupe like officially retire, or am I misspeaking?
Nah, he's still
Okay.
making
I thought he
joints.
retired.
Yeah, I thought he retired for some reason.
Man, everybody did, man. Why everybody think my man?
I thought
Hey,
he
Lupe,
said it.
He's still
Lupe,
dropping
I
shit.
don't think you retired, bro. I know you still making music, dog.
I just thought he said it. I didn't know. Like,
Nah. He's I think he did like a couple years back, like he was gonna make like one more album or whatever.
okay.
But yeah, nah, he's still making music. But yeah, nah, man. Hey, I wanted to ask you guys. I got people messaging me. I wanted to ask you guys that, like, who's your favorite artist? Is because, I feel like it's important, or what artist that you're listening to now. Because I feel like, what you intake, or like the music that you listen to,
Mm,
I feel like that definitely can dictate your mood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And I
sure.
definitely.
feel
Yeah.
like I feel like it's important to at least not put, I don't want to say patrol what you listen to, or just at least pay attention to what you
Bro,
listen
I
to.
think that's intake and period. Like
Yeah,
just
man.
intake period.
Yeah.
What you
Exactly.
watch too, like it comes down to like I
Absolutely.
think that I think so.
Yes, it's like what I said
Absolutely.
last week. Like, you are what you ingest. Like,
Yeah, man.
yeah.
Because I'm a person that, like, I I can't go a day without listening to some music. Like, it literally, like, I'll listen to music when I'm sad. I listen to music when I'm happy. I listen to music when I'm, feeling good, or when I'm working out, all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
I just think it's important to, that's why when people tell me, like, you know, 'cause people ask me all the time, like, yo, who's your favorite artist? Like, yo, Rashawn, who you listening to right now? And I'll tell them, and I'll just, based off their response, or who they tell me they're listening to, will kind of give me, it's easy for me to tell, like, where their mindset is at right now. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Or
Yeah.
like where your state of mind is.
Or
And
even like what kind of energy you be on. Like,
exactly, you
you
know what
on
I'm
some like
saying?
shoot 'em up. I'm gonna rob this. I'm gonna rob that. I'm gonna kill this.
Yeah,
I'm gonna kill that.
Yeah, real
yeah.
shiesty, man.
Yeah. It
Very
is the
shiesty.
thing. And that's the thing, you know what I'm saying? And I definitely don't think ain't nothing wrong with listen, because I love
Nah.
Griselda, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I like the Griselda dudes. Like, I like all them guys. But
Yeah, Benny, bro.
I yeah,
All of
Benny,
them,
yeah,
bro.
Benny Conway,
Mm.
yeah, West
He got a
Side
new
Gun.
joint coming, just came out, Conway.
Yeah. Yeah, I just listened to the joint. Yeah, the joint with Ludacris and
Yeah,
got
yeah.
yeah, joint with Ludacris and JID is pretty tough. But
Luda
yeah,
making music?
man. Huh?
I ain't heard no Ludacris in a minute. Luda making music?
Yeah, exactly. He decided to get on that track with Conway, and that joint is pretty fire. You should check it out when you get a chance, by the way. But yeah, even though I do shoot, I'm not gonna lie, I do listen to some of that, that bang kill 'em music. But it's I'm able to control when and how much I listen to. You know what I'm
Yeah. Yeah.
saying? Like, I don't listen to it when I'm going to sleep. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't that's not the first thing I listen to when I wake up. You know what I'm saying? I like when I one thing that I do, especially like when I meditate
Mm.
every morning. I try to, especially before work. I try to meditate every morning. Um, I try to make sure I try to listen to music that's gonna prepare me for the day. And sometimes it'll be music that doesn't even have any words. Like, I got like some instrumentals that, like from Taki Monster. I don't know if y'all know who Taki Monster is. She's from Japan. She's like a Japan DJ, or producer, excuse me. But yeah, I listened to her album, and it's just like nothing but instrumentals, but it's just it's uplifting, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I try to feed, I try to listen, especially starting out my day and ending my day. I try to listen to music that will feed me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And not, yeah, and not try to end my day or start my day in a mood that, you know, is unhealthy for me. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like that's, you know what I'm saying, that's a key. It's very key. Are there so let me ask you guys one more question. Now you guys told me who your favorite artists are. Who is the number one artist,
I
or
already
who
told you
would you
who
say?
we listening to.
Yeah, who you listen
And
to.
our
That's right.
favorite.
There you go. There you go.
Don't quote me.
There you go. I'm sorry. You told me who you listen to. You're right.
We listen to right now.
Yeah,
Who
right
you listen to
now.
right now. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah. There you go. So let me ask y'all this. Who is, because Tony already said his Kanye and Cudi inspire him. Who is would be like the number one artist that inspires you creatively?
Like who is
Damn.
on?
Like for me, like while you guys are thinking, I'll say mine. Like creatively, because I got a whole playlist. Oops. I would say creatively, I am inspired by, I want to say K Tronada, honestly. Creatively, I want to say I'm inspired by K Tronada.
K. is
Um,
dope, bro.
just because of his grind and and just how his music is, the beats is crazy.
Isn't
It's
he?
insane.
I might be misspeaking again, but isn't he like French Canadian?
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, him and his brother, they both French Canadian. So
Yeah.
I would say him, and then literally right up under K Tronada is Kid Cudi. It's like
Mm,
they're like, yeah, he's like right there, right up under. So
okay.
who would you guys say would be your artist?
Um,
Shout out to K Tronada, by the way. But who would you guys
it's
say?
definitely still a tough question too.
So for
Yeah, it
for
is.
I would
me,
say,
oh, go ahead.
my
Go ahead.
bad.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Um, it'll be between. So you already put Kid Cudi on the floor a few
No,
times.
it could be the same person, bro.
Hey, yeah, it could be. Hey, we got all got love for Cuddy. It's
Because
cool.
we all grew up in that musical era. So
Mm-hmm.
Um, definitely creatively, he'd be like top three.
Facts.
Um, but also I gotta throw in.
it's your top one though.
Excuse me. I gotta throw in Pharrell.
Mm.
Okay.
All around creatively, musically, uh, design, fashion wise.
Are we talking about Pharrell from start to finish, or we talking about Pharrell and the Neptunes? We talking about because I'm happy
Yeah.
Pharrell.
Yep. You
We
got to give a time frame for real.
I got a real passion for the 2000s for real. So
Okay.
probably
Word.
like back then,
Okay.
but
Okay.
the style probably like uh 2010 and up
Okay.
Nice.
because he been
Okay.
killing it.
Yeah.
He dropped some new shoes, bro. His
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
sneakers, some
Saw
joints.
them joints. Some joints look kind of
Yeah,
tough.
Yeah.
the race joints. Yeah. Um,
What about you, Dev? Who would you say would be your artist that mainly inspires you right now?
right now.
Inspires you creatively.
Um,
Top. We doing top of all time, right?
Yeah, all
Okay.
time.
Okay.
all time.
Yep.
That's. I would have to probably say, uh, Kanye West, man. I would have to give it to the one and only
Yeah.
Mr. West.
Louis Vuitton Don.
Yeah, man.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man.
Um, but like if I was gonna say right now, I think that creatively I would say Sir is one and maybe Coffee.
Oh yeah, coffee's dope.
Yeah, she's dope.
No,
Reggae,
What?
reggae
Yeah,
artist.
yeah.
put me on, bro.
Yeah, put me on, bro. Send me some tracks
Oh,
after
I
the
gotta throw my
joint.
man
Oh,
Larry June in there.
oh,
Larry always
Big June, yeah,
always come with the motivating hits, bro.
yeah. He be talking
Nice.
that peace.
For me, I would say all time favorite one, number one, it would have to be like Devin Kanye. I feel like during like my early work creative stages, like I would listen to Kanye a lot, and he kind of like stuff like Runaway, Watch the Throne, those
Mm,
those albums,
Classics, bro.
and
Classics.
correct. Yeah, man.
the Runaway film, they gave me a lot of
Crazy.
inspiration like within my work. So
I definitely see some Kanye influence in there,
yeah,
sprinkled out.
yeah,
Yeah, same. Yeah. Now that you're saying that, I definitely do see that. Yeah. That's
yes.
dope. That's dope.
So yeah, I always looked to Kanye for like creative inspiration, but of course, the earlier, not the latter. But I would say Kanye would be my number one, and Kanye has a song number one too with Pharrell.
Very true.
um,
I've been listening to a lot of Moneybag too.
Moneybag Yo.
Okay, cool. So let me ask y'all this: are there any upcoming artists that y'all looking forward to dropping anytime soon? Like any
Mm,
artist that hasn't dropped yet? Like, are there any artists that haven't dropped yet that you like are
um,
wishing or hoping that they would drop soon?
so all right, I got two right.
All
So
right.
this is gonna be like out of the blue, but Willow. I'm looking forward to what Willow does next because her latest song. I don't know if y'all heard it, but
I heard a snippet of it. It
I
sounded
need
pretty
to listen
good. Like
to
as
it. I
far
haven't
as
heard it.
vocally,
yeah,
like the song.
it's very reminiscent of like early 2000s rock. So like Paramore,
Yeah.
My Chemical Romance,
She sounds like she gonna do some damage, man.
bro. She sounds like she found her like niche
Oh,
niche.
the-
And
Yeah, I
it's
got ears.
called the record is
Is
called
it
Trend.
niche or niche?
Everybody say it different.
I think it's
Oh.
niche.
Yeah, I think it's niche. I don't
I
know.
think it's niche.
I think it's niche.
But yeah, I'm looking
Look like
forward
it's
to see what
spelled
Willow
niche.
does. And then of course Silk Sonic. Like I'm definitely always looking forward to what Anderson and Bruno does.
Man, if they ever do something, bro, come on, man.
It's gonna drop. It's gonna drop soon. The
Yeah,
album.
yeah, I know they teasing and everything.
Yeah, they need to put it out though.
Yeah, real talk. What about you, Dev or Adrian? Who would y'all say?
Bruno's waiting. Bruno got it. He does. Bruno's like a butterfly. Bruno has to go to his caterpillar state, and then he has to
Yep.
blossom again. Like, and he just release all bangers. Like, he
Yeah.
just
Facts.
going on a little rampage. But yeah, Bruno would be nice to hear. You know who I miss? I miss Fat Trail. I miss
Yo,
hearing
I think
Beach
he.
Man.
I was just
I
listening to
think he
him the
dropped
other day.
something recently, a
For
couple
real?
months ago. I think he dropped something. Yeah.
I thought he was still locked up.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Let me see.
I could be wrong. What about you, Adrian? Who would you say you looking to drop?
OTD team.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Basically.
yeah, it's a given. Facts. Yeah, I'm waiting for. I was gonna say Solo. Wait for my man Solo to drop.
I was gonna say K Dot, but I
Hey
knew
man,
Adrian was gonna say there.
we putting that energy out there
It
because
could,
we
it could be
need K Dot to
any
drop.
album. Like I need Schoolboy Q to come out with a joint that was hitting like
Facts.
Oxymoron.
Yeah.
I need Isaiah Rashad to drop an album.
He been letting out little Lucy's, but we
I take
definitely need an
another
album.
album from Reason.
Yeah,
I feel like
that,
the Kendrick album's gonna come.
that probably be here. Like I could see that
I feel
coming like
like
fall.
Yeah, or they might put it
I
after
don't-
everybody else
I
album.
don't know.
I don't think
think
next.
Kendrick
Nah,
gonna
not this
wait.
year. Yeah.
You don't think it's
Kendrick-
gonna come this
He's gonna
year?
wait, bro.
Kendrick.
They're gonna let everybody else come out.
Yeah. He a
Cole
slow
just put
roast.
out an album.
Yeah, Cole just dropped, and Drake still got to drop too.
Drake put out an album every year.
Is Drake dropping in the summer again?
He said he going.
No, he's stretching every day.
Yeah,
It's supposed to be Loverboy, right?
yeah, the certified lover boy joint.
Yeah.
What do you say?
Certified
All he
Lover
do in this? What he do in the summer? All he do is stretch.
Boy.
And New Year's he has sex. Valentine's
dude,
Day.
man.
Yeah.
That
Um,
dude, man.
Yeah, I don't. I think Kendrick probably come maybe next year, if anything. But yeah, no time soon.
we ready for the album.
Yeah. What about you? Got anybody you anticipating?
Yeah, man. If I would, if I would say, um, I was Adrian kind of said the whole TD crew. I was gonna say Absol, honestly. I would love, yeah, I would, look forward to get some good, some new
Solo.
They haven't
Absol.
dropped the
You know what I'm
album in a
saying?
long time, bro.
That would be fire.
Yeah.
And also some new K Tronada wouldn't be bad either. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
My man always be dropping heat, so some new K Tronada wouldn't be bad. Honestly, it's been hard to keep up with some of the joints, some of the music that's been dropping because a lot's been dropping, especially the Griselda boys. They've been dropping
Yeah.
like every month. But there's been a lot of music's been dropping this past year.
Yeah.
Like I said, I haven't really been that active, like listening, trying to
I've been
be.
trying to. I've been trying to
Yeah.
keep active with keeping up with what's dropping, but
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
It's
I
been a
need to
minute.
get some new music.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
don't go
some new
on Dat
sounds.
Piff anymore or all new hip hop or um. But yeah. All right. Cool. So I
but
guess we're
yeah, man.
gonna go into our next topic. Um, and I'll cut all these out, like our transitions and stuff like that. Um, I wanted to talk to y'all about dreams, right?
All right, bet.
So lately, I've been having these dreams,
Secret
where
dream.
they be they'll feel super real,
Mm-hmm.
and to the point where like all right. So for example, um, within the past couple months, I feel like I've had visits from my grandfathers in my from my grandfather in my dreams. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and every time in these dreams, at some point I'll come in like physical contact with him, right? So
Oh shoot.
whether the first time was like he grabbed my hand and I felt pressure on my hand, right? The second time he gave me like a warm embrace and I felt the pressure on my chest.
Word.
Yeah, man, it was pretty crazy. And both of these times they caused me to like tear up in my sleep. So I
Mm-hmm.
could feel myself like, tearing up and I wake up to teary eyes, which is this
Wow.
never happened to me before. It's all started
Wow.
happening this year. Um, but before these dreams, I've been like an avid lucid dreamer, and I don't know if y'all ever heard the term lucid dreaming or not before. Um, but lucid dreaming is like as you are dreaming, at some point in your dream, you realize that you are actually dreaming, and the dream world that you are in is fake, right? Um, so my question to
Say that
y'all:
one more time. Say that one more time.
so as you're dreaming, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
First of all, dreams happen really quick.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They do.
Lucid dreams they tend to last a little bit longer. Um, but as you are dreaming, some people don't have control over their dreams.
Mm.
We
So
just recall what happens.
being a lucid dreamer is realizing that you're in a dream and then being able to take over what happens in your dream.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
kind of powerful. It's like at least for me, it's like you still can't do everything you would normally do if you had complete control,
right.
but you're able to like, oh, I'm awake, but I'm still dreaming. It's like
Yeah.
you're dreaming, but
So
That's pretty.
it's
you've
been a couple
acknowledged that you're
times.
you're dreaming.
Yeah, it's been a
How
couple
far do
times.
you go? Like, do you get to do you get to control far? Like, do you have that much control for a long time to do or go far in a dream, or is like,
I think it varies. So it's been a couple times where I've been dreaming and I'm like, oh wait, this is not real. I'm dreaming. And
Mm-hmm.
then I could
I
say
think I felt that before.
if it's a nightmare, you can be like, okay, I'm going to wake myself up now because I don't want to be in this nightmare of a dream, right?
Yeah.
Um, but well, one, not everybody's a lucid dreamer, so it's completely normal if you're not. And it's completely normal if you are. So
Only happened to me like a few times that I can
yeah,
remember.
So in while you're
I'm
lucid
trying to
dreaming,
think.
it's all like levels. Like you can control. I don't think there's a range or a limit to what you can control, but
Mhm.
I could recall one lucid dream that I had. And I think I just finished watching like a zombie apocalypse type of movie, right? So of course I'm having a dream about a zombie apocalypse. I'm getting chased by any ghoul, goblin, zombie, whatever. Then I'm like, wait, this is not real. I'm dreaming. So I form some like some guns and some weapons and stuff like that, and I start fighting these zombies, and I'm actually overcoming this whole problem that I had in my dream.
That's crazy, yo.
Yeah.
I've
Um.
had dreams where um I've had dreams similar. So like say I'm getting ready to like have to go to war or something, right? And
Mhm.
I'm in a building or I'm in a house. And then like I gotta get all my, utilities or equipment and necessities together. I'm trying to get a flashlight or whatever. I
Right.
get the flashlight, finally get the flashlight. The flashlight don't come on. So now I gotta get batteries. So then when I get the batteries, I finally get the batteries or find some batteries, I'm ready to go. And then like eventually I kind of wake up and I just like leave the house or just get out the building. Like I
Mm.
never really do anything. So it's like the dream is going on and I know that I'm dreaming, but I can't recall like having too much control to like, win the dream. I don't know if you're supposed to
Yeah.
win in the dream, but like
Yeah.
I feel
I
like
mean,
if it's your dream, you should win in the
yeah,
dream.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess it's all dependent on the dream too. Like, what's your dream situation that you got going on? But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna read a couple facts to y'all just to get your minds thinking. Maybe you might have had a lucid dream before. It might might
Um,
trigger something.
hey,
All
shout
right,
out to
bet.
Juice World, man. Juice World had a song, hit song Lucid
Oh
Dreams.
yeah,
And
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
lucid
yeah,
dreams.
yeah.
Word. Yeah. Shout out to Juice.
Okay, so fact number one. So lucid dreaming most likely happens during your REM sleep. Um, and your REM sleep. REM is it's an acronym for rapid eye movement.
Mm,
So this is when the brain is most active, uh, and your brain is constantly working. You have like uh, I don't know what's the exact number, but you have a lot of dreams within your sleep time period. Um,
yeah, I heard that's why they say that it's normal to not remember your dreams
yeah,
or remember pieces
Yeah.
because uh,
yeah. Um, so about studies have shown that about half of the world population has not experienced lucid dreaming. Um, and then the other half has, and they usually start at a younger age. So again, going back to me, like I remember, um, I used to have this dream often where I'm a little kid, right? I'm at the top of my
Mhm.
stairs in my old house, and I hear people talking downstairs. So I have a choice to like if do I want to crawl down these stairs or do I want to stay up? So every time I go forward and then I just keep falling and falling and falling until I wake up. But
mm,
as I'm falling, I'm like, okay, this is not real. I don't know why I'm falling, but um, I'm gonna wake myself up now, and then I wake up. So that's another uh, lucid dream, Um,
I don't know if I've ever lucid dreamed.
Yeah, I'm sitting here like, yo, I don't think I. That sounds so cool. Like, I'm kind of mad that I've never.
Like I think I've had a few,
um,
but now I'm starting to second
I
guess
had
myself.
this crazy dream, like this similar, I
yeah.
guess,
All right, Holmes.
or or,
Let me
or
let
related.
me get off a couple more facts, so y'all it might trigger some more stuff for y'all.
all right, cool,
So
cool, go for it.
because you don't have lucid dreams, it's okay. People actually kind of uh create their skill of being a lucid dreamer, so you can actually like do tests or do practices that help you become
Yeah.
a lucid dreamer.
Okay.
But of course, there's healthy ways and there's unhealthy ways to do it. So if you want to dive into that, you have to do a lot of research.
That's
Um,
interesting.
yeah, and the like so earlier what Devin was asking is like how what's your limit on what you can control?
Yeah.
Uh, there really isn't um like a limit. Like the limits can vary. So your awareness and your ability to control what is going on is it can vary. So you might very well can be lucid dreaming, but you might have control over a little bit of stuff. You know what I mean? So like
Mm,
your
I think that's
flashlight
what
dream.
happens most of the time for
yeah.
me.
Yeah. Um, and then yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. Like this is a couple facts I wanted to give y'all. So
So if y'all don't be controlling that much in y'all dreams, why y'all laughing at me when I said I don't go that far in my dream? I don't get that.
Thought that the batteries, like, we could at least put the batteries inside.
The batteries did get inside the flashlight, bro.
Did it come on?
Yeah,
Huh.
that's how I made it downstairs. You know, it's dark. I had to find the batteries.
But yeah, so my question to y'all is can you well, Devin kind of already answered his, but do y'all kind of can you recollect any dream that you might think is a lucid dream, or do you have a dream often, like a one reoccurring dream?
Used to. I used to have this dream that used to recur often.
Do you still
It was
remember it?
crazy. Huh?
Do you still remember it?
It's I'm trying to I want to say it was something weird. Like it was like I would always walk into some place and each time it would be a different it was like a decision would have to be made, right? Or something like that. But
Mhm.
it was like it would the ending would be different every single time.
So did you have to make that decision in your dream?
Y- Yeah, I think I did. Yeah.
Okay, so you might that might be a form of lucid dreaming if you made that decision and it's been different every time.
That's freaking crazy. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah, I think that was like, yes, I remember it happened like maybe like a couple nights back to back where I had like the same dream and it's just different things kept happening. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
What about you, Adrian?
I used to have a recurring dream, and I think what happened was, if I remember correctly, I used to be upstairs, and then like the my whole family would be robots, and they would
Mm.
come in the house and then try to get me from being upstairs.
Real?
So then I found, yeah, man, and then every no, and the thing is, like Rashawn was saying in his dream, like the conclusion would be different each time.
Yeah, yeah.
My conclusion was the same. Like I would always end up in the kitchen on top of the counter, like trying to fight off robot parents with like red eyes and shit. I don't know. Yeah, this happened a lot. And I used to realize that I was dreaming
Did you
at least half the time, but I wouldn't be like Devin said, I wouldn't be able to do much.
okay, okay. Yeah, I mean that again,
It's,
that could be a form of lucid dreaming, but you just might have it
it's like
in
there's nowhere
vague.
else for it was a way to get out the house, like go downstairs and then go
Yeah.
Hmm.
down the other set of steps and then leave out the door. But instead, I always turned to the left and went to the kitchen. Like
I used to have this weird
I had no control.
reoccurring dream, but it was not the same dream, but it was
Mhm.
something that similarly happened to me. Like I would be either like maybe I fall off a building, right?
Mhm.
And then I'll land on my face or like parts of my face and like I break a lot of teeth. Or I'm in a situation where like a grenade like blow up like half my face, not
Damn.
like my
Nice.
whole face,
Oh,
but like
dang.
I just feel like I'd be losing teeth.
You got some
What you be
graphic
watching
dreams,
before you
brother.
just go on to bed?
This ain't
Or
a whole
like
war zone.
Right.
or like you get in a fight and take a whole bat or something to the face and you just lose a lot of teeth. And
Yeah.
so
Nah.
I remember that at one point it was more so that after after I kept having this reoccurring dream, it was I would wake up or could not wake up. And then I would realize that maybe it was the way I was laying on my face
Mm.
before I went to sleep. and the pressure, like, on my
Oh
face would
yeah.
make me feel like, something is happening to me. But that's the only, like, but I couldn't wake up though. A lot of times there was like stuff like that happening to me, and I was like, bro, why is this happening? I
Yeah, I mean
can't
that
wake
could
up.
make sense. Like the pressure, or you might have some like trauma where you probably hit your teeth like really hard or something like that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that
Um,
is crazy.
yeah, have y'all ever felt anything like in your dreams or like in your actual physical presence? Like just for my example of me seeing my grandfather or touching my grandfather, I can feel that pressure. Um,
Um, I don't think I have. Not that I can recall personally.
yeah,
Yeah, not that
Yeah,
I can
I
recall.
can't say that I can, Brody.
That's a very
That's
unique
unique.
experience, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was. I've
man,
never felt that before.
have you seen Insidious, my nigga? Hey,
Yeah,
my
I've seen
man, have you seen
Insidious.
Insidious?
um, and yeah, so I had that kind of dream, and then I had a dream where I had a son, right? And I was
Oh, shit.
showing him, son. I'd be dreaming. I don't know why. Maybe we should get like a dream expert on here. I think that would be dope if we talk to a
Yeah,
dream
that would
expert.
be kind of
Yeah.
fire, actually. Yeah.
Um, but I had a son. It was so funny because he looked like me. But I
Little
was showing
Tony,
him
man.
like I was teaching him the cycle of life, like on some Lion King, Simba, and Mufasa kind of stuff. Um, and even that, it made me emotional for some reason. I'm like, bro, what's going on? But yeah, man, dreams are dreams are interesting. I think we should definitely get like a dream expert on here. Um, I think that would be dope.
Yeah, I think that'd be kind of cool just to get the insight of dreams.
Yeah, they used to have like I don't know if these are true, but they used to say like if you shouldn't eat before you go to sleep because you would have bad dreams. I don't know if you
Yeah,
ever heard
yeah,
that.
yeah. Growing up, I heard that all the time.
Yeah.
I
Um,
heard certain stuff like that.
yeah. Then of course there's sleep paralysis where if you wake up, if your mind wakes up before your body, then it's like you can't really move like you want to. And if you try to move too quick, you'll scare yourself. Like you think
I
you're gonna
heard of
die.
those. I heard of those some of those stories where people like open their eyes, and
Mm-hmm.
it's so weird because I try to follow the story how they explain it, and it's like, well, at this point, if your eyes are open, are you awake or are you still asleep? But then to them, they're still asleep. And then I've heard stories where they can like get out their body and see
Oh yeah,
themselves
out
sleep.
of body experiences.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, the mind is more
Oh
complex
yeah,
than we will ever know. But yeah,
yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
uh,
I think one way to be more mindful, I guess, or any experience I've ever given, like as far as dreams, is to have more of a handle or control, I guess, of like your dreams is to like you were saying last week and we were saying earlier, it's your ingest,
mm-hmm.
like
Yeah, man.
what your intake is. And so what you are like, digesting daily or like, physically, mentally, and uh I think down to like a micro level, like, you know, as
Yeah,
far as like what you eat. So
yeah, definitely. It all has a part in your mental, internally
Yeah,
and
I agree.
externally. But yeah, man, that's my little spiel on lucid dreaming. If you ever have a lucid dream, I'm always down to hear it.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
interesting
man.
that you had that experience, man. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Have you told anybody else?
yeah. I told a couple people. Um,
Have you ever heard of anybody else's lucid dreams?
no, I try to do some because I've been having lucid dreams for like years. So a couple years ago I tried to do some research on it. Um,
Mm.
but I felt like people were going like they were forcing themselves to lucid dream when they really shouldn't. So I was just like, all right, I'm not gonna dive too deep into that.
What do you mean, like trying to tap into being able to
Yeah,
lucid dream? Like,
yeah, because so for some people who can do it already, they try to like I said earlier, they try to do practices and they try to cultivate their skills of lucid dreaming.
Mhm.
it can be through like some unhealthy methods. So um, I just let it happen naturally.
Now, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Has your lucid dreaming been effective, like in your life?
No.
I
So
mean,
another fact is that your lucid dreams don't really affect reality as much as people. It's not necessarily a
like
vision.
other than emotionally, because I know the one you said may have been emotional. So,
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
other than I guess other than emotionally, but I guess it doesn't affect like your physical reality. I guess what you're saying.
right, right. It's not really
Gotcha.
cuz
like, you haven't been able to use that knowledge some way, or
no, I think
found a house that you
I,
couldn't find.
no, I haven't really gained
Secret
my psychological
passages.
powers and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But no, I think those dreams like that can make you feel more appreciative, like more introspective, right? Like it's not every day or not every day people get to see somebody who's passed away inside their dreams, yet alone like have an interaction with them. Um, but again, it doesn't really affect your like day to day reality. So um, I think to answer your question, I think it just helps you be a little more introspective, kind of like one with the mind and the universe, I guess.
Hey,
And that in turn could be useful in some kind of way.
Yeah, yeah, probably so.
heck yeah.
I think you're maybe I'm quick. I'm less quick to judge people on like their thoughts and their process. So maybe that's a real life consequence. So,
Word.
but yeah, it usually shouldn't affect your reality. And it's kind of different from like having a vision, or kind of is different from having deja vu. Um, yeah, yeah. I think we should definitely get a dream expert. They can probably tell us more.
Hey, as long as we don't get into any insidious stuff, I'm good to
Nah,
go,
nah.
man. You know what I'm
Trust me, we
saying?
staying away from that.
Yeah, y'all gonna scare me, man.
Are we trying to get to like Inception?
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah, I feel like dreams to make everybody more introspective, man. Like it's one of the core processes of like creativity, you know.
Yeah. Sometimes I don't even remember my dreams.
Yeah, that's
That yeah,
totally
that
true.
happens pretty often for me.
I'm
Especially
not.
lately. Lately, I haven't been able to remember them.
Yeah, some people record like write down the dreams as soon as they wake up,
Yeah.
Don't worry.
but
Yeah, I'll be too
I tried
tired for
dreaming
that.
before
yeah.
I actually fall asleep. So I tried daydream, well, close my eyes and kind of formulate my dreams. So
Yeah.
it don't work, but it's nice to do it at least before you fall asleep sometimes.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Yeah.
like a form of meditation. So.
Yeah, I think good meditation helps you per day. And then I think it helps you for your dreams too. Like just in the sense of clearing your mental palette, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Before you go to sleep, helps you start your day fresh in the morning, fresh thoughts, all of that stuff, because you've already kind of compartmentalized or organized some things in your mental.
I think that's like the best thing that I personally I feel like that's the best thing that I implemented was doing like the morning meditations before my day gets started. 'Cause that really helps like set the mood, set
Yeah,
my
bro.
mood for the day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's a
So
good thing about meditation is it comes in so many different forms.
Yeah.
Um, See, like Rashawn said, music in the morning, or
Exactly. There's so many ways you can do it. There's so many
yeah,
like it's just basically what works for you pretty
right,
much. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
yeah,
I think it's dope.
that's dope. I'm glad y'all brought that up. I think that that's really, being aware of your mental, and mental awareness is key. So that's kind of like what I was thinking. Um, I just wanted to try to touch on this. What are some things that you guys think that could help you be more mental aware?
All right. So, all right. Before I answer that, help me out just before, so I can make sure I answer that. Define mental awareness for me. Like, what would you say mental awareness is?
Remember earlier you said you cannot do what? Use a definition. The
Yeah.
answer.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I was gonna
Do
do
it,
that,
bro.
but well, let me put it this way. I want to give a shout out, kudos to Miss Naomi Osaka, the
Right.
tennis player.
Facts.
Um,
Facts.
just because recently, I think this would define it for me, Rashawn. She was in the French Open, and I think she definitely won her first match,
Mm-hmm.
her first game, and upon her second round, she decided that she was going to take a relief of absence, and she was just going to take a step back for her mental health. And she
Yeah.
said that she had been experiencing different things, um
Ever since like
anxiety.
2018, her 2018 Open, I think she said.
Yeah, she's been vocal about it, really vocal about it. But
I think it's dope.
yeah, that in itself is being mental aware. I think knowing
Okay.
that something is going on with you, or knowing that you're experiencing something that's a little bit more than it should be, or if you have better days, but you feel you feel these pressures like nonstop. They're a little bit
Man.
out of control to 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 the norm. It's just not controllable. So I think being mentally aware versus just dealing all the time, just dealing with it. So
One, I think is first of all, I think it's trash that these sports organizations make people do press.
Yeah, if they don't want to do
yeah,
it, man, they don't.
yeah,
Come
Bro,
on,
like
dog.
say if I just had a rough game and I got stuff going on at home, I got stuff
Yeah.
going on
definitely.
in my mind. And like I'm not trying to you just see I just lost. Why you gotta talk to me?
Like,
Yeah,
why do I got? I don't want to talk to y'all, man. Get the
Yeah.
cameras out of my face. I want to go back, change the clothes, go home,
Yeah.
man.
And for me, if for them to find like take money out of my purse just because I don't want to talk to, and yeah, it might be in their contract because they are contractors. Um, but I feel like there should be a clause in there. Like if I am mentally not prepared to do something I don't want to do, then it shouldn't be it shouldn't be a detriment to me in my payday.
yeah. Because a lot of times, like you said, the athletes have a lot of things going on, and outside of that they have a lot of responsibilities to themselves and their families,
Right.
and
Word.
so you're not just taking money off of out of their purse or their pocket, or you taking food off of the tables of their family. So that's a thing to consider when
Yeah.
people think that athletes are expendable or exposable or just
Just pure entertainment.
yeah, yeah.
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 Yeah, man. That was a perfect example of being mentally aware. Now that you said that, um, because I remember reading that article when it first
Yeah,
came out about her, and I was like, I was clapping it up. I was like, yo, good for her. She
Yeah, for
said she don't
sure.
want to do it, clapped it up for her. But that I think that's something. I mean, I love that you're using this term because my therapist used this term in last session, and it's something I've gotten better at recently. I would say, well, over the past several months, I've recently gotten better with being mentally aware.
that's
Um,
dope, man. Talk about it, man. Talk about it.
Man, it's all right. So I'm a Cancer, right? We get real moody. We get in our feels a lot. You know what
I
I'm not
heard that.
moody. We do. We get in our feels. We feel a lot. You know what I'm saying? We can go from mad to angry to happy to sad, depressed, whatever. We feel our feels. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah, bro. Both my parents are cancers.
word, yeah,
Yeah,
man. So like when we feel like when I feel something, like when I feel I have this I have sometimes like when I'm feeling down or whatever, or I'm not feeling um no, scrap that. Let me use a more real example. I get very irritated easily, or no, not irritated. I get annoyed easily, right?
Okay.
Um, so like during the workday, during the workday, for example, if work is annoying me or whatever, um, If I'm, if I'm like super busy to the point where I can't take a break or something like that, I'm annoyed.
Mhm.
Um, I'll be mentally aware enough to know that since I'm annoyed, I'm not going to project that energy towards my wife. She's in a happy mood. She's downstairs working. She's in a happy mood. I'm not going to, even though I'm annoyed, I'm not going to go down there and mess up her mood. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
She's good. She's happy down there. I can hear her. Or and also little Bella, she's in her room playing. She's happy. I'm not gonna go mess up her mood and
Right.
project my annoyance off on her. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I've been able to be mentally aware enough to where I can be like, all right, I'm gonna just step away from my computer for about 5 minutes, 5, 10 minutes, have a little meditation session, or have it just a moment to myself, play like a song or whatever. I listen to some music for a few moments to just kind of reset and just have that moment to where I can be like, all right, I've acknowledged how I feel. I've acknowledged how I feel. I can, proceed to move past it and not, project how I'm feeling towards, my family. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So I think that's, and I feel like I'm taking baby steps, but I feel like that's the one thing that I've done to become mentally aware lately, and it's been working. It's been working, and so I'm trying to just keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? It's very important. Yeah, but yeah,
Okay.
I'm done.
So, bro.
Yeah, I was rambling. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good, bro. That's what
No,
we
that
here for.
was
To get it out.
no, and
Yeah,
see what you did there, right? You said you're getting it out. At the same time, like that's the other half, I think, to it. You can be mentally aware, and that's a very thoughtful piece. That's a thoughtful characteristic and thoughtful of you,
Hmm.
to do such a thing because it keeps the peace at the end of the day. And
exactly.
you're aware, and you're aware that what you're feeling is not going to be permanent, and that it may be just be temporary. So you can bite the bullet for that one. So that's thoughtful. And the only other part to it, I think, is being able to talk about it.
Hmm.
So sometimes you may not get to talk about it because of keeping it away from people. That energy, may not be the space. But if you can find your avenue to get to talk about it, bro, like if it's just us, like I'm here to listen, man. But
That's what's up.
it's what you're gonna need because sometimes to hear yourself talk about it and tell somebody else or just be upfront when you're in the space with someone else that hey, I'm feeling like this or this, it's because of this that this is, got me feeling like this, but I'm all right. It kind of sets that mood so people could be considerate of how you feel. That's all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's a fact,
Yeah.
bro. That's a fact,
Most of the
man.
time, it's just the insecurities or the invulnerability of saying it, or
It
what I'm
is,
saying.
bro. It is.
Yeah.
For sure.
Half the
You don't
time,
want to
the
feel
people you're
embarrassed.
around, you don't, they're really close to you, so you don't want to tell them necessarily.
Yeah.
So like Devin said, of course we here.
Yeah, I think that's dope. It's a great
Um,
point.
I think my mechanism for being like mentally aware, it was a something. Rashawn, you posted something on your story, and I was like, it's even more. Uh, it was something about being like isolation, right? Like,
Oh yeah,
um,
to reset.
yeah. So for me, um, a lot of times I find myself isolating myself just because I don't like outside energies like bringing me down, Um, and I've championed myself a lot of times over outside energies. Like I don't care who you are to me. I'm gonna put my mental health first all the time,
Hey, you got to put
respectfully,
number one,
Um,
respectfully.
and then I
Respect.
said to Rashawn's post, I said it's even better when you isolate yourself with the people you love, right? So again, that's just it helps with your mental, and of course to piggyback off of Rashawn, like I'm not projecting or protruding my energy or my thoughts, my of whether if I'm feeling sad, angry, like I keep all that to myself. I deal with it how I need to deal with it, and then I move forward. So to me, and it could be a bad thing sometimes. Where I just go into complete isolation, where it's just me. But
Yeah, no. I think everybody,
I'm actually still working on that, so that's not bad. I don't think it's a bad thing, bro.
Yeah, I don't think that's bad. I still I do that, bro.
I'm trying to be more like you.
I think
It's hard to
I
let go, bro.
yeah, it is, man. Yeah, I have to tell. I'm struggling with telling my loved ones that I need that isolation because I be needing that sometimes. And sometimes you need that isolation to just it helps
yeah,
sometimes. You know
and
what I'm saying?
I think it's good to. It always comes down to like your circle, right? Like
Yeah, absolutely.
if you already have a small circle, then it might be a little bit easier
Yep.
for you to kind of like isolate yourself. But if you have if your mental is attached to other people's life, and it's
yeah,
it's consumed in other people's life, then it's going to be a lot harder for you to do that.
yeah. That's facts. That's facts.
Yeah,
That's a major key because yeah, because that's when you start taking on other people's energy and other
exactly,
and when that gets into your energy, bruh, it can mess you up. It can mess it up.
exactly. And I've seen it happen
Yeah,
to so many people like firsthand. I'm
What?
just like, bro, I can't do it. I won't do it. So I'm not going to do it.
yeah,
um, but yeah, that's
yeah.
kind of my mechanism for mental awareness.
I think I've done some research about like introverts or introverted people,
Hmm.
and just because like a lot of people say that they're like this or they know introverted people and stuff, and turns out number one misconception is introverts are not shy. People think that
Right,
introverts are shy. They're not
right.
shy. It's
We just like our
it's
space.
just
Yeah.
to manipulate your energy for yourself, and that's I think introverts really pride themselves on. They're not people who really need to feed off other energies. They kind of cultivate their own energy from within, and I think that like they need that isolation period. It's like where they're just with themselves.
It's facts.
It's that time for them to re-energize and
There you go. That's a perfect word. They
Yeah, man.
they should
Re-energize. Yeah, there
re-energize.
you go. There you go.
Yeah, that's just very true. I think, like you said, people who are introverted or who isolate themselves like that, they know how to manipulate their isolation or their energy. So
That's
I
a
definitely
fact.
agree with that.
So how do you Tone, how do you do your shut off when it comes to like isolating?
Tone just go in the
Um,
back cave. He just
so again,
Tips.
my situation is completely different from others. My one, my circle is already small. Like you are a part of my circle. Um, and two, I don't have as many outside forces trying to like pull me each and every way. You know what I mean?
Word.
Um, it's usually just my friends and my family that keeps my mental at a good balance. Um, and then of course whatever I have to do to make myself a better human being, that's when you know I take that into consideration too and try to work on that. Um, but yeah, it's like what Sean said. I go into music, listen to music. I could put myself in a room and work on something that I need to create or something like that, and just escape from people. But again, my situation is different. My circle isn't pulling me each and every way. My family isn't pulling me each and every way all the time. So
Word.
it all depends.
That's something. Yeah, I about to say it's probably yeah. It just works. What works for different folks, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
That's
What would you
I usually
say?
just a lot of things when I want to get rid of distractions, immediately like put my phone on airplane mode.
Mm-hmm.
It's harder
word.
to do that during the weekdays, of course.
Yeah. For
Uh,
me, I mean, how do y'all feel about putting your phone on airplane mode? Do y'all don't ever feel scared that you might miss something?
Uh, uh I
Most of the time, it's never like mad important enough that I
some
could
yeah,
miss it.
sometimes I don't care
Yeah,
because I'm like everybody that's like super duper duper important is in the house right now
Or you
Okay.
talking to them?
with
Like,
me.
yeah.
Exactly. They're in the house with me right now. So
So
like my wife is here. Yeah. So
the only reason why I don't do it, and this is the bad story that I heard, and I heard it in person. So
mm,
guy, I think I was in the barbershop, but dude needed some sleep. It was like 8 o'clock, so he was super tired. He put his phone on airplane mode, like do not disturb, and somebody kept calling him. Like they kept kind of trying to reach him, and he uh he wakes up the next day, checks his phone, and it turns out his father passed away.
oh
So he didn't
man,
know that because his phone was on airplane mode, do not disturb.
Mm.
So ever since I heard that story, I was just like,
you don't put it on do not dis
yeah,
well I haven't done airplane mode in a while. I will do not disturb though. Like I'll put like to mute my notifications
okay,
because I have like my notifications on for my email and for like Twitter and text messages and phone calls and all that. But I'll try to like I'll just mute like all my notifications and all that
yeah,
stuff. And that way if the important people like I have it set to where like my important people if they want to need to text,
yeah, they could get to you.
or call, it'll come through.
Okay, yeah, that's just my
Nah, it
again
makes
different
sense.
strokes
I
for
feel
different
you.
folks. You know, it could
Different
work.
strokes for different folks. You right? Yeah.
I understand. I understand.
Yeah. So airplane mode is one of your mechanisms. Do you go
Or
into
do not disturb.
yeah
I
or do
use
not
them hand in
disturb?
hand. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Nice.
Do you like me or Rashawn? Do you tend to kind of use music as a mechanism, or do you kind of lock yourself in a room, or some people like to sit outside and do their stuff?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Do you prefer? Yeah. What do you prefer? Like, how do you like for me personally? I'm gonna just give you an example. Like, do you set the mood? Not set the mood, but do you set your
Turn off the
area?
lights. Turn down the
For
lights.
example, yeah, because me like kind of how I have my setup in here right now. I love lights. You know what I'm saying? So I'll like try to cut the lights off and only have like lights like my LED lights on, to where it kind of looks like I'm in space or whatever. And
Mm-hmm.
that's where I'm like I'm in solace, I'm isolated away, and I can be in my zone, stare at the sky, or stare at the ceiling and just listen to my music and just shut off. So for you, Adrian, what would you say is like what do you do?
So what's the question though?
Like, what's your mechanism to deal
Like
with
with
your mental awareness?
yeah.
Just stay away from people.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Isolation, staying away
Real
from people.
talk. No, stay away from
Yeah.
people.
Stay away from people. Yeah.
Keep my
I'm with
Notice
you,
six
man.
when you
feet.
need that recharge.
Yeah.
That's all the mental awareness is noticing to notice when you're a little different, when you're a little off, or when you need to
Sometimes,
get back to doing something. Like maybe it's the tea in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
maybe it's to sit outside for the meditation. I like to sit outside in the morning. I like to sit outside just to meditate sometimes because it feels like an escape from the house.
Yeah.
So
when was
that,
the last time crap, I almost lost the question.
Some
When
people
was
go
the
for
last
walks too.
Yeah, the walks help. Like I think getting like some fresh air helps. When was the last time you guys say that you because I struggle to be mentally aware sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. So when would you guys say is the last time you like you I don't want to say it was too late, but you were kind of like burnt out and then you were like, all right, I need to do better. Like was that like did you guys have like that not I guess you could say breaking point.
Every time during the weekday before lunchtime. Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah, I make
that is
myself get
facts
up
though.
and actually eat something,
Yeah.
Feel you, bro.
or actually like stop and take a break. Not even like eat. Like Tone said, go outside, walk, something that's gonna rejuvenate you.
Yeah.
And you say you're gonna do better, but you don't do better.
Yo,
Man.
what I tell people is it's always a journey. Like whatever it is, it's a journey, bro.
It's a
Yeah,
marathon,
man.
man.
Exactly.
Yeah, man.
Gotta get my
I,
sprints up.
it's hard to be telling myself that because I'll get frustrated because I with myself. It's crazy. I'll get frustrated with myself, and I have to remind myself, like, hey man, it's a marathon. I can't get
Yeah.
mad at myself. You know what I'm saying?
I haven't really. I think I don't know. Maybe because I keep myself like I don't want to say I keep myself isolated so much, but
Mhm.
I think I'm just more aware of like I'm aware of what mental space I want to be in,
Word.
Mm.
and I know what I don't want to do to get to where I don't want to be in. You know what I
Word.
See,
mean?
you mastering out here. You
Yeah,
out
I would say
here.
I can
And
get with
that's
that.
perfect
here's
mental
a
I can
drawback.
awareness.
get with that.
Not everybody's gonna get this, so you might lose people in this process. That's
Facts.
just
That's yeah. Nah, I'm with you.
so.
That's something that everybody has to accept. I feel like that's a
So
And
for example, right? So say if you are this friend, right? Say if you are this friend who has to be in isolation. Some of your true friends, they're gonna get that and they'll still be your friend at the end of the day.
Yeah,
Some people have their ideas of what kind of friend they want you to be,
that is
mhm.
facts, bro.
Yeah.
and they're not gonna like what you're the person that you're actually being for yourself. So they're gonna either get mad at you, they're gonna, stop being your friend. Totally fine.
That's when you shave them
Totally fine.
off.
Exactly.
That's when you cut them off. It's like, yeah, you want a real friend in the first place, fam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
The real ones are going don't real ones still gonna be there regardless.
yeah, and then some people get it that they don't have to talk to you every day. They don't have to uh um show up every day, but they're still gonna be your friends. You know what I mean? So
that's the
Exactly.
thing. You gotta be able to be comfortable. Get to a point where you're comfortable. Excuse me. But by having those people fall to the wayside, like it's okay that
yep,
they're not there no more.
yep.
Because you get wrapped up, and I think that's part of my process, my journey. I get wrapped up and I'm zoning out. I'm accomplishing what I need to accomplish, but then I'm thinking about the people that I'm not necessarily, talking to.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
Um,
that I think that people may get it, and then some people may not. And like you said, that's okay.
yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that it's no ill feelings or no ill will towards anybody. Mm.
Especially when it's family too.
Yeah,
I think that's the thing that kind of gets me because sometimes I have to let family know. I'm like, hey, like it's not like I'm not gone away
Right.
or
Not you,
I'm
it's
not
me.
disappearing.
Right.
Yeah, I'm just, I'm just going dark. I'm just not texting
I'm
or
doing what I gotta do for myself
yeah,
at this
Exactly.
moment.
exactly. Exactly. Just looking out for number one. Look out for me. I can't look if I can't help anybody
Say
else
it.
if I can't
Say
help
it.
myself.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
Um, but no, man, this was definitely a good talk. I think we had some good gems in here. Um, if you all like what you've heard so far, please like, comment, subscribe. Keep up with the homies.
Yes.
Go check out our past two episodes, and be sure to let us know if you have any questions. Maybe you might want to be a host one day on the show, maybe a guest, not a host but a guest.
Thank you for
Um,
hosting.
yeah. If you have any instrumentals you might want to send us, please feel free. We'll definitely give you a little shout out. And yeah, man, just stay creative. Thank you all for, of course, joining me as always.
respectfully.
So much
Um,
great, more material to come.
yeah, you guys got anything going
Respectfully.
on right now or chilling?
Hey man,
Oh, as
just
far as like,
Yeah, any projects, Adrian? You got anything going on? I see you got that.
um,
You gonna talk about your sculpture some more, or not yet?
yeah, not today.
All right, cool,
Oh
cool,
wait,
cool, 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 cool.
ask me in like in the gym.
All right, bet we'll follow up
Oh
on
no, no,
that.
no. I'm sorry, come back because I got a lot of stuff for this
Okay,
this project, these projects we got to do.
okay,
So that stuff ain't due until the end of June. So talk
gotcha.
to me in July.
All right, we'll talk to you
All
when we talk to you.
right.
Devin, you got anything coming up?
Talk to me when you talk to me,
All right,
man. You
bet. That's
know when you talk to me.
for sure. For sure. Rashawn, you got when's your next stream, Rashawn? Your next gaming stream?
Shoot, I stream. I'm probably gonna stream tomorrow, actually. But you guys just follow my gaming account, Gaming for Grits on Twitch. Check me out, man. Check me out, people.
For sure.
Drop a link. We'll drop a link.
Yeah, we could drop a link in there.
Yeah, we definitely drop a link for
You
sure.
got anything you working on right
Link
now?
in the description. I still need to stop procrastinating, like we talked about, and get this photo shoot done. This idea that I have. So
You and I are here, Tony,
yeah,
working on it.
it's kind of different because I want to pay the people who I want to work with. I think it's a good practice to have, just to pay people that for their creative services.
Mhm.
So that's a factor as well. So, but yeah, appreciate
It'll
y'all for
come.
watching.
It's coming. It's coming.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming.
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all for watching. Thank you for tuning in to another
You heard?
episode, and we'll catch y'all later. Peace.
See y'all next time.
Peace. Peace. Peace.